I'm gonna say you're seven. I'm gonna guess you probably did around, I don't know, 6 interviews before this. What'd you do? Something like that?
A good hour's worth, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean that's
My manager said get off, but I said I gotta do this last one.
yes, Justin. I'm so happy because we love watching you fight. Love watching the season. I'm gonna say what motivates you to keep doing these interviews? No, I'm only kidding. You're gonna be fucking psyched. Are you psyched that the day's finally here that you can be fighting? It feels like it's gotta feel like forever, no? Because you had to film the show, you had to let the show air out.
I'm a show off. I love showing off, so I get to do it about 2 or 3 times a year, and I definitely love when I get to do that.
What do you think? Now you're fighting Eddie Alvarez, who really is an animal. What do you think his strategy against you is going to be like? What do you think he's thinking going into this fight?
Well, leading up the whole training camp, I've been content with the fact that he's going to try to hold me against the fence or take me down and then lay on me, and they'll try to avoid, exchanges. But he last week or so he's been talking a big game, so he really has no choice but to come out here and have a good fight with me.
Now you have even said that your style does lend itself to possibly getting knocked out someday because of the way you fight. He's a very, very good dirty boxer. Like you said, up against the fence, he's very, very dangerous. You must be concerned on some level that if he gets you up against the fence, he's kind of a hard guy to break away from.
Yeah, being a Division I All-American definitely helps me have some confidence there.
You posted a video of yourself too after Rose Namajunas beat Jedrzejczyk. Now I kind of had her picked 2 and 2. A lot of us thought that Rose could do it. She'd find a way to take her back when she was down. But were you shocked at the way she won that fight?
Yeah, I was upset with myself because I didn't. My coach told me what was going to happen. He said we're going to pull her in with our feet, and once she starts overcommitting, we're going to fire shots down the middle and catch her. And Joanna, she's very plotty with her feet. She's Dutch style kickboxer, and every person she's fought has come in there and tried to take her down or try to get in the pocket. And Rose did a great job at really taking advantage of the fact that we all thought she was the best in the world, but she doesn't even have any footwork. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was so happy for her and so happy for Trevor and mostly for her believing in herself. I was in her corner when she lost her first bid at the title against the Cookie Monster, and then to see her, go through the trials and tribulations of, not the physical attributes, but the mental attributes that she worked on and really got better at. It was great to see it all come to fruition that night.
Yeah, she really is a lovely person, and she's had like kind of a rough go growing up, and I was really, really happy for her. I just didn't see it happening that way, and it was nice to see Pat. I like Pat Barry a lot too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, 2 weeks before the fight, I asked Trevor Whitman. I said, "What is the path to victory?" Because I don't, I'm unfortunately I can't sell myself on a direct path to victory. And he said, she's plotty with her feet. She expects everyone to come in there and stand with her, and Rose is gonna every time she punches, we're gonna have her reaching, and then once she starts reaching, she's gonna want to take an extra step, and that's when we're gonna catch her. And it was exactly what happened. There was no, he called it 2 weeks before, and I'm not saying I didn't believe him. It was just hard to see. Well, but when it happened, it was just amazing.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where Jedrzejczyk's team probably thought the same thing the rest of us did, that she was just going to try to take her down and then and grab her back as she was trying to get back up, and so all of us thought the same thing. And obviously her coach was smarter than anybody.
You're telling me, man. I'm glad he's my coach.
What do you think? People have been, Ferguson's been yapping quite a bit about Conor, defender, vacate. How do you feel about something like that? Do you think that is what he ought to be doing? Does that concern you at all?
Oh yeah, right now I'm not concerned about it at all. But I mean
in general, yeah.
Tony has a very good argument there. He's the interim champ. The reason you get your hands on an interim champ is to try to win the championship. And if that opportunity doesn't arise, then it's kind of some bullshit, and I would be very pissed off too.
Well, this is a tremendous fight, you and Eddie, because you're 4-5 fighting it out. So let's say, for the sake of this discussion, that you win the fight. Then you and Eddie probably flip-flop, because you also have Khabib going up against Edson Barboza, 2-3, and we know who the champion and number 1 are. So you win this fight. Let's just say you beat Eddie. you may be next in line for either a title fight if Conor is not fighting against Ferguson, or possibly the winner. The winner of Khabib and Eddie is probably going to fight Tony if Tony can't fight Conor. But if Tony and Conor can fight,
you guys know how this works. It's not about. I mean, obviously you have to win, but it's about how you win, how you finish. If I go out there and finish Eddie, in the first round violently, and Khabib or Edson win a boring decision, then I'm sure that I'll be able to jump over that line. If not, I'll be happy to fight the winner of that fight and then fight Tony. I'll be happy to fight Tony right away. And McGregor's out of the picture right now. He doesn't want to fight. So we're fighters. I want to fight someone that wants to fight and wants to come in there and try to kill me, because I'm going to do the same, and I want someone that matches me with that.
I'll tell you, you're 18-0, and I want to, excuse me, how important is that to you to stay? I know obviously you want to keep winning. I mean, that's the goal. But for an undefeated fighter, some guys that they don't want to get that loss, that they don't take many chances. And you're the opposite. You're right in the fire, man. You jump right in and you're exchanging, and you take I feel you take a lot of chances and some punches. And then you come back, you have a good chin. So, I mean, how important? I mean, you're taking the risks as an undefeated fighter. I mean, is it that obviously you want to win? Am I saying this right? Like, what makes you take these risks?
I want to win. Yes.
What makes you take these risks as an undefeated fighter? And not?
I've lost. I wrestled my whole life. I've lost matches I should have never lost. Won matches I should have won. At the end of the day, if I gave max effort and preparation was there, I was content with whatever happened, and that's how I am here.
That's good.
It's fighting. Of course, I take punches. I fight for a living. I mean, that's how it works.
Yes.
Michael Bisping got flying H-bombed, and then he came back and won the title. Dos Anjos got knocked out by Eddie, and now he's making a run at the 170-pound title. That's what we do as fighters. You take punches. I broke Michael Johnson. I took his soul. He's moving weight classes now. I beat his ass for 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the first round. He landed a shot 30 seconds left in the first round, and then 1 minute into the second round. But other than that, I completely dominated the fight, and that's one of the highest level fighters in the world. And if I was trying to avoid exchanges, then he would have hit me a lot more. And I trust in my ability to see punches. I trust in my reactions, and that's how I'm going to fight till I'm done. I'm not going to do this forever. I'm not going to be one of those guys hopefully I'm not going to be one of those guys that hangs on when it's over. I want to do it maybe 8 more times, and then I'm out of here.
What do you think? What do you picture yourself doing after it's over? There must be something you've had your eyes set on.
Well, I have a human services degree, a bachelor's degree. I want to do social work. I'd like to work with the elderly and work with at-risk youth.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. So people who are kind of vulnerable. You're obviously not a bully. You're a guy who likes to work with vulnerable people.
Yeah, I just know that I am one of the main reasons I am who I am is because of the parents that I had and the way that I was raised. And I know that not everybody gets the same opportunities or starts at the same starting line in life. And if I could be, right now I'm inspirational to a lot of people from where I'm from, which is a place that not many people leave. And so that's a good thing. And then, I have a few friends that didn't have, like I said, not as good of parents as I did. And it took one positive influence in their life to steer the course of their actions. And I know, especially with how hard-headed these kids are nowadays, if I could, get the platform that I have right now, be famous, be a public figure, whatever you want to say, that they'll be more apt to listen to what I have to say and more willing to be helped. So yeah, I'm going to use this platform when I'm done to do that.
Like some good karma on his side.
Yeah, he really does. It's not. And what do you think of Sijara Eubanks against Nico Montana? Of course, fighting on the Friday night Ultimate Fighter finale.
Yeah, I'm a little biased on that one, I'd say, but
sure.
Nico impressed me from day one. Her work ethic and how strong she is. The reason your why you fight is the biggest determining factor in how you're going to perform. And she comes from, just like me, a small town. She comes from the Indian reservation where not a lot of exposure is at, and she's trying to bring bring exposure to her people, and so her why is exponentially greater than most people's, and that's going to give her. I said it many times. I even said it to my whole team. I was like, "Dang, Nico's like me in a female's body," and her mindset is on point. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about losing. She doesn't care about what other people think, and all those things help and aid in fighting.
And it's interesting too that the finale, it's the number 12 who was Sajara against Nico number 14. It is interesting to see that both of them, neither one of them were top 10 even picks.
No, yeah, I mean, the whole tough thing is definitely not normal, and it definitely takes a special person to be able to control your emotions and get through that and still compete at the highest level. So yeah, those are two of the girls that were strongest mentally, and at the end of the day in that house, that's who's going to do the best.
Well, Justin, look, good luck. I like you and I like Eddie very much, so I'm looking forward to this fight. You guys definitely have, both of your styles match up for a really brutal fight, so
exactly.
Good